Hello folks, welcome to another Let's Talk, and today guys, we're going to be talking about the recent announcement that we got from Total Warhammer that the Chaos Dwarfs are on their way. But is it the only DLC that's on the way? Well, today's video we're going to be talking about that. Now, as many of you know, the Chaos Dwarfs are on their way. They're going to be released on the 13th of April along with the 3.0 patch. So that's going to be a massive, DLC kind of thing. So I mean, it is DLC, but hey, I've been waiting to see the Chaos Dwarfs come into this world for a long time, and I have been considering doing them in another playthrough of Total Warhammer 3, but this time in the Mortal Empires. Now, don't worry, the Mortal Empires I'm doing with the lagged out crew is still going, so don't worry. This is probably something that I'll probably put in after, when we've done that, or in between, whatever I decide to do. But that is part one of what we're going to be talking about today. The other thing we're going to be talking about as well, guys, is the what is next for Total Warhammer 3. As many of you may not know, this is the last Total War installment of the whole franchise for Warhammer at least. But I don't think this will be the end of all ends. No, I do believe that we might get another Total Warhammer, but of the old world variety. Maybe if we're lucky, we might get Sigmar, where they actually show this kind of battling style than the Sigmar, rubbish that we've seen. Now, it's not I don't hate Sigmar. I think Sigmar is a good game, but it's just I don't like the lore. The lore is absolute junk. And the way they've gone about it still rubs me the wrong way a bit. I know some people say, if you're still bitter about it, you're sad and all that, but to be honest, it's not bitter, I just don't like the lore. Just the lore rubs me the wrong way. But the game is good. But I've gone off a little tangent there. But let's move on to what I wanted to talk about mainly. Is what is next for Total Warhammer 3? Is this a one and done DLC done thing? No, I don't believe so. You see, guys, there are still two more factions we could get. Now, keep in mind about these two factions, and I'll be very clear about these two factions. You see, the two factions I'm talking about here were referenced and mentioned in old Warhammer books. Even in the Gothic of Felix series, they were mentioned. But they never got models, nor did they get rules. One of them actually did get some rules, like a playtest rule, but never got a full-on release or models. Similar to Cafe, these two I'm referring to are Ind and Nippon. Now, if you wonder who Ning and Nippon are, that's basically in real world terms India and Japan. Now, Cafe, as you all know, is China, and Nim is Japan, and Ind is India. Now, this was rumored back in the day. Now, take this with a grain of salt of these rumors that I heard years ago. Now, this was going back in the late 90s when Warhammer was at its peak. You see, these factions were known, but they never got a release. Nor was any models made for them, same with Cafe. And what it also says to me is that with Warhammer putting Cafe in, and GW was working close hand with them, could we see Nippon and Ind finally get some representation? Now, what is Nippon's big thing they would have had? Well, in the case of Nippon, it was going to be samurai, ninjas, some kitsunes, like yokai. They were going to be more along the lines of, feudal Japan during the era when, the British and the Dutch traded with them for firearms and all that. Roughly that period. While Ind, their biggest thing would have been the war elephants. That was their big thing. Like, they bring huge war elephants. They were going to be the roughly during the Napoleonic era. That's what they were going to be like. Roughly about that type of era. I'm not so sure if that was the case or not, but that's what the rumor was. And keep in mind, these were rumors back in the day. I mean, there was some homebrew lists that were made of them those factions back in the day, but they never got a release or be made models. But with Cafe involved and with the old world being very clear that they're going to focus on more factions, I mean, we've already seen that with the Kislev. And with the return of Bretonia, Khemri, and with Cathay now having models, like not models, but actual representation in a game, which is closely linked to the old world, technically, does this mean we're going to see, you know, Nippon and In finally get their chance? Whether they do or not, well, we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, folks, what do you think? Are you excited about the Chaos Dwarfs coming? Do you want to see Nippon and In, you know, finally get their chance on the spotlight? What do you think? Or do you want to see them on the tabletop, or do you want to see them in Warhammer 3? What do you think? Anyhow, folks, that's this video. If you like the videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the dinner bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later.